Let's talk the latest Mariners match, shall we? Grimsby Town are in action on Saturday afternoon. They're in action against Woking. Uh, actually at Woking. So this should be a very, very difficult fixture, I am sure. The recent form for both sides, Woking have won 3 of their last 5 games, losing the other 2, whereas Grimsby have had the one blemish, which was at Bromley, and a deserved defeat as well in the end. But they are coming off 2 back-to-back wins following that over Dover and over Altrincham. With a draw in the middle of all that. Like I said, it's taking place at the Laithwaite Community Stadium in Woking. Woking are in good form, and they are. And have won 2 games at home this season, where we have won 2 away this season. So if we look at the entire situation head to head between Woking and Grimsby Town, we have basically played each other 9 times in the past. And Woking have never beaten Grimsby Town at all. It's 8 wins to Grimsby and 1 draw. And I've got to say, the last 3 times we've actually played Woking. I'll take you through the last 3 results. In February of 2016, 23rd, we won 3-1 at home. We then played them again in the FA Trophy that season, and we won 2-0 there. And then we went to Woking on April the 19th of 2016. 3 times that season we played them, and we won away by 3-1 against Woking last time we played them. What I will say is I think Woking are a different animal now. They're definitely a different animal. And we can see from the league table that we, Grimsby Town, are top of the National League table after 10 games, winning 7, drawing 2, and losing 1. Scoring 24 goals in the process, while conceding only 11, with a goal difference of plus 13. If we look at Woking, who are in 8th place, a very impressive start for them. They've played 8 games, so they have got 2 games in hand on us, and they've got a very, very good record. They have lost 3 times, but they have won 5 times. 15 points from their first 8 games. To be honest, is a fantastic return. Because Woking weren't really one of these teams you would expect to possibly be up there, even in the early running. So credit to them. They obviously are coming off a win over Notts County last weekend, and winning midweek as well, I believe. So they are in good form. It's going to be a difficult trip for us. In Ong, who is there, who is former Notts County and sort of non-league stalwart striker for them. He's somebody that they'll be looking to get a bit of, hopefully get a few goals for them. I like the way this league is shaping up at the moment. I think with Dagenham slipping a little bit and Chesterfield slipping just that little bit, I think it's going to make it a competitive league. Back to Woking, of course, their assistant manager is Sky Sports' Martin Tyler, who has been a fan of Woking since he was a young man, and is a very proud Woking supporter. I have heard about the story of when he was working for Sky and Notts County got relegated. He was overjoyed that he'd be going to have his team going to Meadow Lane. He hasn't been in charge when I don't believe, when we've played Woking in the past, or he hasn't been on the coaching team where he is now. So it'll be a new experience to come up against us for Martin. But I think Woking, like I've said earlier in this video, are a different outfit altogether to what they were. At the minute, the top goal scorer is Campbell for them and McAtee for us. Well, actually, McAtee's joint top scorer with Ryan Taylor, who I'm going to start calling the Ginger Prince, because he is, well, all I can say is that Ryan is probably that goal poacher that we were looking for, especially after the goal he scored against Altrincham. That really was a poacher's goal, wasn't it? The biggest win for obviously us this season was the 6-0 win against Dover. The biggest defeat was a 3-1 against Bromley. The biggest victory for Woking was a 4-0 win, and the biggest defeat was a 3-2 defeat. So even when they've been losing, they're not losing by a great deal of games either. They've got an average goals against of 1.25, whereas Grimsby has got one of 1.1. And average goals scored just over 2 goals, and we're just around about 2.4. Like I said, I think a little bit of Grimsby team news. Hopefully Max Wright will be travelling with the squad. Whether he'll be involved, Paul will make that decision before kick-off, I'm sure. Sean Scannell has had a scan, and it's not as bad as first feared. He seems to believe that it could be about 3 weeks. Sean's got to prove his fitness, though. He really does. I'm getting concerned for Sean, to be honest with you. The reliability. But at the minute, his reliability is questionable in his fitness. Obviously, Joel Grant is still a way off. Paul Hurst was asked about still looking for a striker. He is looking, but he's not desperately looking. Apparently there's still conversations going on as to whether it'll happen. I don't think Paul's ruling it out, but I also don't think that he's that desperate to get somebody in. will he make many changes? Well, he's got to make one change because Wilbur Parga is suspended after his second bookable at Altrincham. So you would reckon that Enrico Salza will be the guy to come back in for this game. My opinion on the Bapaga sending off, it's extremely, extremely harsh. The only way I can defend that is it's 2 yellows. It definitely wasn't a red card directly, but there is pros and cons to both. I can see why we are aggrieved because of, it seemed like a stupid yellow. But it does look initially on the video as though he did jump towards. However, it was thrown at Bapaga's head. Again, I think it was just interpretation. But as I said, if you don't want that, then you really don't want to be giving these referees, these amateur referees, which is what they are, you don't want to be giving them that decision to make. And Will did. And it's gutting for Grimsby because they can't appeal that. So he'll be missing from the Woking game. Hopefully he will be back for the Bromsgrove fixture next Saturday, which, just adding on to this video, is actually, if you can't make the Bromsgrove fixture, I'll go more into this in the preview coming up next week, but it will be shown on TV. The BBC on their Red Button service will be showing Bromsgrove versus Grimsby Town. More about that next week in the preview, but that will be on TV. So if you can't get down to south of Birmingham, you can always go to a mate's, go to a pub, and you can always watch the game live as it happens. So that's good, but that's more for next week. That preview will be coming next week. But back just briefly to the Woking game. It's a game that we can't take lightly. They seem to play some decent football. And like I said, their record so far, 5 from 8. Nothing to be sniffed at. So, it's going to be another good challenge for Grimsby, really. And a lot of the challenges so far we have overcome. Obviously still unbeaten at home, but we've only had 2 wins away from home. Hopefully we can make it 3. I am going to go for a 2-1 win for Grimsby to get over Woking. I just think we've got enough again in the way of quality. Whereas, like we said, we've got Ben Fox in the team. We've got Giles Coke. We've got Luke Waterfall. We've got John McAtee. We've got Riley Towler, and also Sean Pearson, which hasn't really made an appearance. Well, not a start anyway. During the season, or if so, one. He hasn't actually made a continuous appearance. But at the minute, Riley and Luke are doing the job at the back. I can't see that changing. So, Mariners fans, what's your opinion on Grimsby's start from 7 wins from 10? And before kick-off, what do you think the result will be? Let me know what you think the result will be, and let me know what you think. What you think of the season so far, and what is going to happen in this one. That is just a quick video for now. I will be back next week with a FA Cup preview as we go to Bromsgrove Sporting next Saturday. So there'll be a preview coming out for that. And actually, I will do an FA Cup fourth qualifying round preview in general as well coming up this week. So look forward to those videos coming out in the week. But do let me know what you guys' opinion is on this. Do you think the Mariners will keep the run going? Winning run? Or do you think Woking might spring a surprise? Let me know down below in the comments. Like, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell button. That'll let you know when I'm uploading a new video. And I will see you guys next week for the FA Cup previews. See you guys soon.